All right, so today I am going to hopefully show you how to use a supported spindle. So you may be thinking, what is a supported spindle? Well, it is supported in a bowl. So usually you get a spindle that does not have a little hook like a drop spindle, and then you get a bowl. Now I just recently got this one, and it is a beautiful Mingo Asho glass pen support spindle. It is not my first support spindle. I bought one about a year ago from Woodland Handcrafts, and that one looks like a little teacup, which of course I love. And with that one, I bought his little maple bowl to go with it. And I want to take a moment to talk about the difference between the two. So this one is very light, as is the bowl. This one is heavier. You can definitely tell that it's heavier when you're spinning, and the bowl is really heavy. I love the heaviness of this bowl and the depth of the round part where the spindle spins, because my spindle never comes off of it. Whereas this one, I'm not as good at using this one yet, and so I'm just inexperienced. There's a little bit more of a learning curve, or there was. I also want to show you that you're not going to be perfect at this as a beginner. So this is my first cob spun on this spindle, and I just started December 30th. So my goal is to spin for 100 days. For 10 to 15 minutes a day. And you can see that this is really uneven, not perfect, and that's okay. It's called art yarn. But this, how many days are we in now? It is January 18th, so I am 20 days into spinning. And you can just see a complete improvement on my spinning. So, don't give up. It is very frustrating in the beginning, but don't give up, because if you just practice daily, you will find your way. But I have struggled so much, and I've watched so many YouTube videos, and it's like, this is like a hidden secret that no one tells you how to do. There are very few videos out there on how to use a support spindle, and I want to teach you. I am a teacher full-time in K through 12 schools. My passion is teaching. I feel like I'm good at breaking things down piece by piece. And so I want to teach you my tips and tricks when using a support spindle. So the first thing that has recently helped me, I've tried all kinds of drafting methods. I've tried long draw. I have tried just pulling straight from this, the roving. I have made rollags a complete fail. I do not like rollags. I'm probably making them wrong. But this method that I've found and discovered on my own recently has been the best. I also recommend watching a spinning class on Craftsy. There is a spindle class that is very helpful, as is the spinning wheel class, to learn about different types of drafting methods. And then that has really helped as well. So the first thing I did was I took my fiber and I ripped it into a bunch of strips. I would say my strips are about 1 inch wide. And I'm not just going to spin straight from this. I'm going to prep my fiber even further. And that is the key to my success recently. So what I mean by prep is I'm going to take it and I'm going to fluff it out, because I've dyed yarn before and roving. And when you dye roving, sometimes the fibers get a little bit stuck together. They have been heated, and wool, when you heat it, just naturally wants to stick together. So I'm going to take it all the way down, and I'm going to fluff my fiber. You don't have to do it all at once, but I prefer, because I don't want to stop once I start spinning. And I'm just going to tear it like so. So then it becomes this really wide piece of wool And then I'm gonna kind of fluff an end so that it's ready to join onto my previous piece of wool that I already have on my spindle. So now let's move on to what I do when I spin. Okay, so new angle for this part of the video because you need to be able to see my spindle. Full disclosure, I am not a professional. I have only been doing this for 20 days. I just want to help some other beginners out if you're feeling frustrated like I was too. So joining is my weakness. So I just kind of fluff my fiber and then I start spinning with my right hand. And what I'm doing with my left hand is exactly what I do when I spin on my wheel. I am holding it and not letting the twist go into my fiber stash. And then once I get it connected well, I will load it onto my cob. And the thing that I have noticed that I do different, a lot of people either do one draw. Let me put my camera up just a little bit so you can see what's happening at the top. Or they make a mini cob up here. I have not been doing that. So I have this hand pinched. I will then switch hands, pinch with my right, and pull and draft with my left. However, whatever thickness I'm going for to be consistent, that's what I'm looking for here. Then I let go with my right so that I can spin and add twist. And then, because I'm lazy and I'm not making a cob up here, and I'm not even gonna load it down here, I'm gonna take this, move it to my right hand to pinch, and draft again. And then I'm gonna go higher so that I don't have to load it yet. And yeah, it is twisting on itself, but that's what yarn does, so I'm okay with that. And then I'm drafting again, holding it up even higher so that I have enough space. Seeing if I like the twist. Now, I don't wanna go too high with my arm, I'm kinda lazy. Now I'm going to load it onto my cob by just turning it like so. And then coming up, pinching with my right so that no twist is coming where I don't want it. And then pinch with my left, let go of my right, and twist. Spin again. If you want to load it more often, you can. Just depends. I stop, go a little bit higher, maybe stop, draft, spin, go even higher, and then pull it off and load it onto my cob. That is how I use a supported spindle. I hope it helps you in some way, friends. Let me know if it does.